The Ultramarines are one of the most renowned Space Marine chapters in the Imperium of Man. They were created during the first founding, long before the Great Crusade, and were known for their strict adherence to the Codex Astartes, a tactical guide created by their Primarch, Roboute Guilliman. Hailing from the world of Macragge in the Ultramar sector, the Ultramarines embody discipline, honor, and tactical brilliance. Their blue power armor is adorned with gold trim, heralding their status as paragons of the Emperor's vision. The chapter has been pivotal in countless battles across the galaxy, defending humanity from Xenos, chaos, and Tyranid threats.
Over the centuries, the Ultramarines have produced legendary leaders. Captain Cato Sicarius is known for his lightning-fast assaults and unparalleled swordsmanship. Sergeant Teleon leads assault squads into the thick of battle, inspiring his brothers to fight with ferocity. These leaders ensure that the chapter maintains its strategic brilliance and unmatched coordination. Each squad, under its captain or sergeant, operates with precision, turning even desperate situations into resounding victories. Dreadnoughts are walking fortresses housing mortally wounded veterans who continue to fight for the chapter. These ancient warriors wield massive weapons such as twin-linked autocannons, assault cannons, and power fists. Their armored sarcophagus allows them to stride across battlefields while providing devastating firepower, inspiring allies and striking fear into enemies. Rhinos are essential for troop mobility, providing fast transport for tactical squads. These armored vehicles can endure heavy fire while delivering Marines to the front lines. Armed with storm bolters and smoke launchers, Rhinos combine protection, speed and firepower, embodying the Ultramarines' doctrine of flexibility and efficiency. Assault squads specialize in close combat, equipped with jump packs, chainswords, and plasma pistols. Scouts serve as the eyes and ears of the chapter, often engaging in reconnaissance, infiltration, and sabotage missions. Both units exemplify the Ultramarines' versatility, combining precision, speed, and lethality to adapt to any battlefield scenario. Chaplain units provide spiritual guidance and morale boosts, wielding Crozius Arcanums to inspire and strike fear into enemies. Terminators are elite veterans in Terminator armor, carrying stormbolters and power fists. They excel in boarding actions and defensive strongpoints, turning the tide of battles with unmatched resilience. Ultramarines are equipped with a variety of weapons: bolt guns, stormbolters, plasma guns, power swords, chainswords, and heavy flamers. Dreadnoughts add devastating firepower with assault cannons and missile launchers. Their arsenal reflects the chapter's adaptability and tactical doctrine: precise, disciplined, and overwhelmingly effective. The Battle of Calth remains one of the most tragic and defining moments in Ultramarine history. When the Wordbearers, once their brothers in the Great Crusade, descended upon Calth under the guise of friendship, the Ultramarines were taken completely off guard. What began as a celebration turned to horror as orbital bombardments rained down from the skies, shattering cities and scorching the surface into ash. Captain Ventanus and his warriors led desperate counterattacks through irradiated ruins, turning chaos into strategy. Though Calth was poisoned and reduced to subterranean warfare, the Ultramarines refused to yield. They fought for months in total darkness, reclaiming sector by sector from traitor forces. The battle transformed them, no longer idealistic crusaders, but hardened defenders of humanity. Their resilience under impossible odds became a symbol of imperial strength, and even in ruin, Calth endured as a shrine to Ultramarine determination. Talassar, one of the proud worlds of Ultramar, faced annihilation when the Tyranids of Hive Fleet Behemoth descended. The skies blackened with bioships, and monstrous creatures poured across the land. The Ultramarines, under Marneus Calgar, stood as the bulwark of humanity's survival. Calgar personally led the defense, his twin power fists crushing chitinous beasts as he commanded orbital strikes with flawless precision. Entire regiments were wiped out, yet the Ultramarines' discipline never broke. Calgar suffered grievous wounds, but his defiance inspired the chapter to rally and purge the invaders from Ultramar's soil. The cost was staggering. Cities consumed, billions dead, but Talassar stood, and with it, the legend of Ultramarine endurance was reforged. Calgar's defense became a masterclass in tactical warfare and remains one of the most studied battles in the Imperium's history. When Roboute Guilliman was resurrected after 10,000 years, the galaxy was in chaos. The Cicatrix Maledictum had torn reality in half, and demons flooded Imperial space. Guilliman, newly awakened, gathered his sons, the Ultramarines, and forged a crusade that would span thousands of systems. The Indomitus Crusade. With the Primaris Space Marines at his command, he re-established imperial order where there was only anarchy. The Ultramarines led the vanguard, reclaiming lost worlds and purging demonic infestations. Guilliman's presence rekindled faith across the Imperium. He was the Emperor's son returned, a living symbol of hope. The Ultramarines, ever loyal, fought as both warriors and statesmen, builders of a shattered empire. Their precision, discipline, and unbreakable faith carried humanity through its darkest age. The Indomitus Crusade marked the rebirth of Ultramar and the dawn of a new chapter in the Imperium's endless war. Captain Uriel Ventris of the Ultramarines' 4th Company is celebrated for his courage and unorthodox brilliance. When Pavonis, a once loyal imperial world, fell into rebellion and corruption, Uriel led a small strike force to restore order. He confronted planetary governors allied with chaos and dismantled an entire rebellion through strategy, diplomacy, and decisive violence. Ventris defied rigid Codex Astartes protocol, proving that adaptability and humanity can coexist within the Ultramarine ideal. His campaigns later took him to the Eye of Terror itself, where he fought against the vile forces of Nurgle and returned, scarred but unbroken. Uriel Ventris remains a living symbol of loyalty tempered by innovation, embodying the balance between discipline and intuition that defines the Ultramarines' true strength. Sergeant Pausanias Lysani, battle brother and lifelong friend of Uriel Ventris, is known for his immense strength and unwavering loyalty. During the campaign on Tarsis Ultra, Pausanias fought against the Tyrannid High Fleet Behemoth. When his power armor was torn apart, he continued the fight with a damaged bionic arm, holding the line until reinforcements arrived. His bond with Ventris transcended the battlefield. Both Marines were exiled for defying orders, surviving horrors within the Eye of Terror and returning stronger than ever. Pausanias represents the Ultramarine spirit of endurance, resilience, and brotherhood that can overcome even the corruption of chaos. Once, Brother Sergeant Thelonious Caden led his Ultramarine assault squad through the ash wastes of Calth's burning moons, his jump pack blazing like a comet amid heretic fire. During the siege of Fortress Mirian, a Chaos Predator's shell tore through his squad and shattered his body beyond mortal repair. Refusing to die, Caden dragged a wounded brother to safety before collapsing in the ruins, his last words a prayer to Guilliman. Recovered from the rubble, his broken form was placed within the sarcophagus of Contemptor Pattern Dreadnought Aegis Invictus. When his mind reawakened centuries later, Caden felt neither flesh nor heartbeat, only the deep hum of plasma reactors and the ache of eternity. He became Brother Ancient Caden, guardian of the 3rd Company. Now, when the Ultramarines march to war, the ground trembles beneath his adamantine stride. Twin-linked autocannons roar, his voice booms through vox channels like thunder. By the will of Guilliman, I endure. To his brothers, he is a living relic, a warrior whose sacrifice became eternal vigilance. Thelonious Caden's flesh may be gone, but his duty will outlast stars. Long before the Great Crusade swept across the stars, the Emperor of Mankind forged his sons, the Primarchs, each a fragment of his divine will. Among them was Roboute Guilliman, destined to become the Primarch of the Ultramarines, a warrior-philosopher whose discipline and intellect embodied the Emperor's vision for humanity's future. When Guilliman was cast across the galaxy by the ruinous powers, he landed upon Macragge, a world torn by civil war. There he united its people through wisdom and strength, forging the foundations of Ultramar, a realm of order amid galactic chaos. When the Emperor finally reached Macragge, he found not a barbarian king, but a ruler who had already built an empire in his image. Guilliman knelt before the Emperor without hesitation, pledging both his life and his legion to his divine cause. Under the Emperor's light, the Ultramarines' Legion became the model of perfection, organized, disciplined, and utterly devoted to humanity's survival.
Even after the Emperor was entombed upon the Golden Throne, Guilliman and his sons continued his work. They became the bearers of his dream, soldiers of order in an age of endless war. To this day, every Ultramarine chants his name before battle, their voices echoing across the void. For the Emperor, and for Guilliman. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome Warhammer 40k lore.